All right, we are live, everyone. It's good to see you. I don't know if anyone sees me right now, but I don't really care because honestly, it's a long path, and we all know that when we start our journey, no one is watching. And like, I really wanted to stream for a long time because I'm a big believer in building an online community. I see so many people that I have things in common with, but they don't live in my area or even in my country. I'm a big believer that there's a ton of people that I can share my experience with, that I can tell my story to, and my story will resonate with. Because I see so many creators, I see so many people that are trying to do their thing, and it's hard. I know it's hard. I've been making music for 5 years, so just a little bit of background on me. My name is Misha Biork. I was born in Ukraine and raised in Russia until some crazy shit started happening. So right now I moved to Tbilisi. This is where I live now, and I make music for 5 years. I started when I was 24, and I started making music in Russia and doing music in Russian, targeting Russian audience, but I've always felt that I can do more, and I don't really uh, feel the market there because a lot of people, rap is the king of the game right now, and I try to do rap, but it's not necessarily the most truest form of music to me because like my half of my life I listen to rap and half of my life I listen to electronic music, drum and bass specifically, UK garage, jungle, electro music, something of that kind. And at first, I wanted to blend hip hop with electronic music to create my own thing. But like I've been doing this for a couple of years, and I had zero to no success with it. I didn't grow. I didn't see myself progressing, and it was the hardest time for me. I guess it's like a lot of creators can feel me with that when you don't see a response for a long, long period of time, it destroys you. Like you basically like start to give up. Luckily, I didn't give up, and I always thought that music is my thing because because like as soon as I passed this learning curve in Ableton, as soon as I learned the software itself, I immediately felt that I can spend 5, 6 hours in Ableton, and I won't even notice the time go by. Like I'm just a complete. I become a complete zoned out person. It's like playing a video game. You don't really know how much time went by. You're just into it. And the same thing happened to me with music, and I was just into creating. And I always knew that if I feel this, it means that I can do it for endless amount of time. And this is like my first philosophical theory probably is that like whatever thing you start doing, you need to be ready to do it for a very long period of time without seeing any results from the outside. And the only way that you can sustain that amount of time, sustain that death valley, is to do something you truly love. So I don't believe anyone who's telling me that they doing something that's popular, doing something that's trending, and they succeed in it only because their mindset is so great. Mindset is a huge thing, but Like, if you don't want to live your whole life in a torture, if you don't want to, if you really want to enjoy your life, you better find something that you truly love to do. And I was lucky enough to find music. Music became that thing to me. So let me try to see if I have anyone. Oh, hey, I see a comment. He's called me. Hey, my guy. I'm really excited that I actually have someone watching my stream right now. It's just, it's great, man. Let me try to pop up this chat so I can see it. Yo, perfect. How are we doing? Yo, I have a few people watching me. This is so great. This is so great. I'm here for long term. Like э, да, здесь я буду на английском вещать, поэтому если некомфортно, то, пожалуйста, общайтесь со мной в других каналах. Э, Разговаривая на английском, я хочу быть понятым на максимально широкую аудиторию. Вот, поэтому здесь вот так. So let's switch back to English. This is gonna be the language I'm gonna speak here in my streams. Um, I'm gonna make music. I'm gonna share my experience. I'm gonna tell my story, share what's happening. So yeah, I guess this stream, people who make music will probably find valuable most, because I honestly like, I'm super open into sharing my experience, into what I do, why I do, and what works, because I see so many people creating music nowadays, and I see that it becomes harder and harder to to be in that competition. But I also see that, like, there's so much to be done. I see people making content and making their whole career out of content nowadays, and I think that's why I'm so excited with it, and that's why, like, I always talk about content and content creation, just because I believe this is the new game right now. Like, I've just had a call with one of the artists that I mentor, and oh yeah, someone's all right. Let me answer this. I live in Tbilisi, Georgia. So I was born in Ukraine. I lived in Russia all my life until Putin went crazy, and right now I live in Tbilisi for I don't know how long of a time. But I really love this country. I really love people. I really love the community that I have here. Um, yes, I will write some new projects. I think I've actually have some pads that I downloaded, because that's what I usually start my songs with. So yeah, I'm gonna share my music making process. I'm gonna talk a little. So feel free to ask me whatever you're interested in. I'm super open to share my experience. All right, uh, let me start with some demo. So I have downloaded a few pads. Let's start with the first one. Sick. Okay, my Ableton freezed. I guess that's just life, you know. Let's see if it unfreezes or I should restart it. Damn, this streaming game is is something new to me. I feel old, man. I feel old. Yeah, so I think I should restart it. Hmm. Love this question. Um, what you think about phrase that music is a language? Do you think that real musicians have to exactly understand what and how you speak on it? Um, that's a bit of a big question, but I'll try to answer it how I understand it. So first, the first part, music is definitely a language, and musician should understand what he speaks there in terms of the emotion that it's trying to communicate. Because the main function of music, as I see it, is to communicate the emotion. It can be a sad song, it can be a happy song, it can be something in between, which is both sad and happy. It can be a fear song that you can go to your training and pump out in gym. Like it can be some reflection. I don't know. It really there are so many emotions in music, and this is the beauty of it. Is that like there are only 7 notes, but there are so many emotions that you can communicate with it. And in that case, of course, musicians should be able to communicate the emotion very clearly. And this is what I tell my artists that I mentor is that if you like the best thing you can do for your listener is to communicate that emotion that he will get when he listens to your song. And this is how I think about content that I do for my music. This is basically how I think about everything is translating this emotion. So I hope that answers your question. Also, there's a second part of it that I don't know, like I saw here. I don't know if you meant it, but in terms of musical ability, like I am super ignorant in terms of musical theory, chords, scales. Like I still have to look up all of the cheat sheets that I have to build harmonies, to build chords. So I have a lot things to learn still, but I believe it's not the most important part because your feeling is what really captures the emotions. It's what really drives people to listen to your music. If you're able to create this whole vibe with your song, that's the most important thing. Okay. Will there be something acidic? Um, that's a good question. I actually like if you listen to my older tracks, they're all about rave. They're all about this emotional rave feeling, and this is what I've been focused on for like a year and a half or so. And I'll definitely go and make some hard tunes for sure because it's like just my nature. Like I sometimes I'm really romantic and sometimes I really go hard and I like to fuck things up and to make a really like hard knocking tune. As of today, like some of the samples I've downloaded, like this pad is really something of emotional thing, and I haven't been doing this for a while. You should be able to hear it now, and I think we're gonna try to make some liquid D&B right now. Let me find a break. Oh, I like this one. Let's not just spend a whole hour of searching into for the break. Yeah, yeah. Answering the last question, yeah, I don't know notes, I don't know theory. It's still the case. Like I'm getting better at it, but I still not the most like genius guy in terms of music theory, and I go by feeling. I still obey the norms. Like I write in one key, of course, and I try to progress. I try to learn new chords because I have to like progress in some way. Like I cannot stand in the same place. But I still think that too many people rely on theory. And they go to musical school and they think that it's gonna help them make music. Obviously, it does help, but at the same time, when it's forced, and musical schools are really like sometimes they force you to learn. It kills your curiosity. That's what I think about it. Um, yeah, I actually use a lot of synths, of course, but um, like let me explain my process real quick. So I think the most effective way to work on music is to start by making the most amount of demos in a very short period of time. Like me, I take 1 hour and I make four demos in this 1 hour. So I split this hour by 15 minutes and I try to create the idea. It's just it can be like four beats or maybe 8 beats of drums, synths, atmosphere, maybe vocal if I have time. And if I like the idea, I then develop this to become a full song. But it's very important for me to come up with a bunch of ideas that I don't overthink. Because if you work only on like if you spend 2 hours working on one demo and then you listen to it and it sounds shit, you just wasted 2 hours of your life. And if you constantly pumping out demos and don't spend too much time of it, you by the end of the day you have this many demos that could be songs. And for me, like finishing a song that I really believe was never really a problem. But for me, the problem is really finding that demo that is worth being developed. So yeah, let's get back to making music. Let's slice the break. Bro, what the hell? Oh yeah, my Ableton freezes the second time. It's never happened before streams. This is just things that happen. Yeah, I see your request for going for a lower tempo. Let me see if we do this here. I don't promise, but maybe it works. So let me just go with my process and let me make this demo work. One of the favorite basses I use all the time is the same sample. I just love so much how it sounds. It's just perfect for the kind of music I make. And then I'm obsessed with slides. I can do slides in every one of my songs. Oh, yeah. Let me find some vocals that can work with it. Oh, I love it. Let me add another break to it. My CPU is just roasted with this OBS open, Ableton, Splice, all those things. Let me try to make a transition between those two parts. Alright, let me try to make a stutter effect that I used to make in so many of my tracks that I'm such a fan of this. Yeah, now we're going a little bit acidic. Someone asked to go yeah, let's go. These parts don't really work together. I love seeing comments like "Make that shit dirt, make that shit dirt, bro." It's fine. I mean, glue comp to the master. Yeah, I can do this, but it's not the point of the whole idea right now. As I said, the whole idea is to just come up with something worth developing later. And to me, it's just another demo. I might not even save it. So yeah, I actually think that it's probably not the demo that I would work on later, just because I don't really feel it. So let me start a new one. I know. Yeah, I used to overthink ideas. I used to save my every demo. I used to kind of get back to it and trying to make this sound beautiful. But it's just life, bro. It doesn't work like that. When you release music constantly, you learn how not to marry to one idea. Um, okay, so what do we have more? I'm actually open to. Life is beautiful. That's true, man. That's true. Also, like, feel free to ask any questions. I'm super hyped to talk to you. Are all of y'all from Russia? I wonder, like, what countries are we seeing here? Can you tell me what country are you from? Ooh, ooh, Narnia. Nice, man. I guess we all been there. Found a sample that I feel a bit more today. Way more peaceful. It's actually a major sample, and I've never released any single tune in my life that is in major key. All of my shit is in minor, but I love it so much. It sounds so nice. I think I found a break that I want to use here. I think it's this. Although I would prefer that it has less hats. Let's see if I can find something better here. Love how that sounds. Oh shit. Um, yeah. Oh yeah. All right, let's leave it like that for a moment. Nope. No. Hello. I see Lala Девочка here, and you'd be surprised to know that she's the one who inspired me to do this dreamy jungle, dreamy drum and bass. The amount of times that I heard your songs and I thought, oh my god, why am I not a girl? If I was a girl, I'd have a perfect voice for my songs. Because my male voice, it's a little bit too low, and I like this dreamy, dreamy sound. But yeah, we work with what we have. Alright, this is too subby. I think we need something more. Oops. What the fuck is this? This is a weird one. Is that even a bass? Okay. Oh, I'm actually in the wrong key. That's the problem. That's the problem. I don't feel that bass at all. I don't feel that bass at all. Real shit though, if you can listen to this loop and it doesn't bother you for like 30th, 40th, 50th time, means that it's actually it's actually good. It might be worth working on to make it a whole song. That's how I usually think about it. So right now I'm gonna go to my go-to Reese sample just so I can have an idea for the bass. That's what I learned with music, with the years of music production, is I try to start with the simplest thing ever. Like I don't have time to make my own bass right now. It's not the whole point of this project. I can do this later if I think that my this idea is actually like good. So as for now, I'm just doing the simplest bass that I can find, and then I can change the sample when it's time. Ooh. Oh yeah, the notes are perfect. I think the low end is getting muddy. Yeah, because you see it has a lot of bass, and this pad has a lot of bass in it. And then I can do this variation. Okay, and we need to cut this shit. At this point, the only thing I'm missing here is a lead vocal. Like I want to keep my songs simple. I don't believe in those millions of layers that probably make your song better. I think a great song sits on two, three, maybe four elements maximum. And of course, we need a great drop, like we need some variation. But honestly, like if Lala Devachka was here, I would just go with her vocals, and it would be it. It would work. starts getting too muddy. Am I able to freeze again? Am I able to freeze again? Oh man. Alright, what can I do? Oh yeah, I'm freezed, finally. I don't know. I'm actually interested like what you see there once everything freezes. Like, do you see that it freezes? Do you see it's moving? What happens? Tell me. I'm really interested. It's my first time streaming, y'all. Like, I'm a boomer. Honestly, like, I'm a boomer. I'm 29. Probably some of y'all are 20 or 22. Moving. Okay, it freezes for me. That's fine. I'll think what I can do with it. So I think the only part is missing here is vocals, really. So I think this time I'm gonna save it because I really feel like it may be something worth working more. And yeah, it's been almost an hour for me. I think I'm gonna answer some questions if y'all have, and I think it's time for me to wrap up. I'm planning to stream 2 or 3 times a week. Mostly it's gonna be afternoons, and I'm just gonna make music, bro. I know I'm not gonna have 1,000 viewers on my stream, uh, and it's fine for me. Like I didn't have 1,000 monthly listeners on Spotify a year ago, and it's look at me now. Like it's I think everything is consistency. Like it doesn't matter if you did something for one time, it matters if you do it for a long run. And I believe that's the view that every creator should have. So if you have anything that you're interested in, feel free to ask me. I'm actually like super open to share my experience, to share anything that might be valuable to you because I'm here to provide value. Like I probably not gonna make any money off of streaming. I'm probably not gonna become famous because I'm not inviting Playboy Cardi to here. He probably won't go to Georgia. So like I'm just doing this to build slowly and steadily build my community and just have my people around me. That's what I care. I really care that more creators feel empowered, really share information because a lot of it is still gate kept, and it's just something is feels not right to me when I don't have anyone to talk to, anyone to share my thoughts. So yeah, that's why I do it. And I'm gonna continue making music. Oh, someone wrote something in some hieroglyphs. Sorry, I do not understand it. Hi. Yeah, please write in English so I can understand you. yeah, someone in Telegram asked me what they should expect from me. So my plan for this year, I said it so many times. My plan for this year is to release one new song every 3 weeks, and that's just a strategy for me. I see how I grow and I like it because beginning of this year, I didn't have that much followers on Instagram. I didn't have that much listeners on Spotify. I was a very like the numbers weren't there, and I thought, okay, I'm just choose my slow and steady way of growing, and I started releasing. And Up at Night, the song that you all probably know, it was the seventh song this year. So I needed those six songs before for it to blow up because it was just I was just not ready. Like it just came to me suddenly. I was jamming exactly the same way that I jam today, and I just made it. You know. So all of great things, all of great things happen occasionally to creators. Pharrell told this multiple times that we are only a provider for universal energy, universal inspiration to come to us and just lay down in Ableton. So yeah, that's how it works. You just have to be there. That's why I try to make 4 demos at least every day. I don't do it every day to be honest, but I try to do it maximum like every other day. I probably do it, and it's been a winning strategy for me because like 80-90% of those demos are shit, but those 10%, those 10% that is that's what you hear on Spotify from me. It all came through there. Um, Making Telegram in English, yeah, I actually thought about it, and I'm probably gonna switch to English, but I just see that Telegram is still very popular among Russian people. I don't know, it doesn't like I see some international people using it, especially with crypto, but since crypto went down bad, I don't see like I don't see too many foreign people using it. Any artists I like to watch share their knowledge and build community the same way you want to do it. Honestly, it all started with Kenny Beats for me. Uh, I can definitely say that the biggest amount of skills and knowledge that I have working in Ableton, like this moving samples and applying filters, applying plugins. I know this thanks to Kenny Beats. So Kenny, my man, if you ever see it, my heart goes to you. Uh, I really advise you go watch streams of musicians that you like. So many of them are streaming right now. It's just basically free knowledge. Like I know Timbaland, Kenny Beats, Disclosure. There's so many like people streaming that you actually that are that are our idols, and they're basically giving away their skill for free. Of course, not everything can be taught, but I've picked up so many handy things in Ableton from Kenny Beats because he's just a master. Like he spent those 10,000 hours in Ableton for sure. And I don't know if I spend it yet, but it's really it's really interesting to learn from people. Yeah, Kenny's the goat for sure. When you see how they move kicks, how they move snares, how they adjust the loudness, how they apply a bus to it, like your production really levels up, and you try to replicate those things, and it works. That's how things work nowadays. No more gatekeeping. We all share. We all play the same game, and we all have those 70, 80, 90 years to live. So why not share? Why not build community? That's why I'm here, and I think it's all for today. So if you follow me, I appreciate it. I'll post this stream to my YouTube channel. This is where my streams are going to be uploaded once finished. And yeah, let's build together. Let's grow together. Thank you for being with me. Peace.